Good afternoon everyone and welcome to Rollison's Scrap Metal Yard, who have kindly offered their services so we can do this exercise for you today. I want to introduce you to the team. We've got Watch Manager Anna Nicholas here, who's going to be leading the rescue today. My name is Ross Donnelly and I'm the Station Manager for Wellington and Newport Fire Stations. Not forgetting, in the car we've got Richard Overton from Telford and Wrekin Council, who has kindly offered his services to be our casualty today. We want you to stick with us till the end, okay? We've got questions answered at the end with the police, with myself and with Richard, who will be able to give you a first-hand experience of what it's like to be rescued from a vehicle. I suppose it's important to talk about why we end up having car accidents. Obviously we crash, but why? The 5 main reasons for crashes are speeding, okay, drug and drink, carelessness, and not paying attention at all, really. Okay, so that forms part of the fatal 5. A third of deaths on Shropshire roads happened last year in 2019, and that amounted to nearly 200 deaths. Okay, and that was a third of all accidents. We're going to join the action today after the car's been stabilised, the scene safety's been completed. So if you're wondering, oh, how's that all gone on? It's gone on previously, okay? What you're going to see is the crew, they're going to cut the vehicle, they're going to remove Richard out the back, and then we'll join back in at the end, okay? Ready? Thank you, glass!
Not the hooly tool, mate.
Yeah, ready to do the little house takeover.
Okay, Jody, you're coming to the final step here, alright? So has everybody got hands on?
Okay, ready?
Okay, so now all the cuts have been done. The crew will carefully remove the vehicle, the roof off the vehicle, to reveal Richard being looked after there by Jody. The next stage of the rescue will be to get all the sharp edges covered up so we don't injure any of the crew or Richard further. As you probably heard there from all the noise, it's not a pleasant place to be at all. You've just been involved in an accident, you've probably got many injuries, and to top it all off, all that noise, being surrounded by strangers. The crew train regularly in road traffic collisions. It's so important that we get the casualty out of the vehicle and to the hospital in under an hour. So our extrication, cutting the casualty free, is vitally important to take as little time as possible to give our partners in the ambulance service to get the casualty off to definitive hospital care. And that may be in a major trauma centre. So Birmingham or Stoke.
Yes, down the side there, isn't it? Yeah.
Crews are now preparing to extricate Richard. This involves close communication between the team, but also communication with Richard. As I said, it's a very emotional and frightening time for the casualty. Got to imagine you may have leg injuries, arm injuries, back injuries, chest injuries, and it all adds to the pain and discomfort. But we will be as careful as we can when extricating the casualty. The longboard is now coming in. Everything is slow, controlled, just in case you have any neck or spinal injuries that we don't want to make any worse. Of course, at this stage, partners from West Midlands Ambulance Service would be joining us, or would already be in attendance, and we'd work together managing the rescue of the casualty in terms of the technical rescue, i.e. cutting the vehicle, and the medical rescue of the casualty. And we're led very much by each other. We've almost got Richard flat now.
So what we'll do, I'll go on the head, so on the head.
Go on. I'm off.
We need one on each shoulder. You just check that his feet are free.
We're going to gradually move him up the board now.
As I can see, Jody, yes, feet are clear.
Okay, one on each shoulder.
We might have a trouble with the clutch, mate, on his left foot. But
Okay.
we'll see in that and we're going to go, alright?
So what we're going to do, we're going to go 6 inches up the board.
Yeah.
And we'll go on move, so we'll say ready, brace, move.
Yeah.
6 inches up the board. Is anybody not ready? Everyone got hands on? Ready, brace, move.
And there we go, we slide him out.
Feet are free.
Okay, feet are free.
Feet free.
Okay, and again, ready,
Again, communication
brace,
between the
move.
team is really important.
Okay,
Hang on,
one
rest,
time at
rest.
a time, just check those feet are free.
Yeah. You got about 30 centimetres, Joe.
Another 6 inches up the board. Anybody not ready? Okay, ready, brace, move.
Feet are on the bottom of the board now, Joe.
Okay. Okay, so we need hands on both sides.
Right. Right
We're going to go straight out of the vehicle. We might need to pick it
through.
This really is the most painstaking part of the rescue. We don't want to cause Richard any more injuries. It's about taking time, working together.
I'm ready whenever you want. Yep.
Okay, anyone not ready?
No.
On 3, move 1 foot. 1, 2, 3. Okay, left there, reposition. Release it. Okay, again, 1, 2, 3, move. Left there. Position.
Just slide it out a bit now because I can't get hands on.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, move. Very good, nice. And then we'll go all in one for this one, and then back round to casualty. 1, 2, 3, move. Coming round. Round. Okay. And go up lower.
Okay. Richard, do you want to go? Hope you all got an appreciation of how unpleasant that actually might be. But I'm sure Richard from Telford Region Council might be able to give us a little bit more of a discussion on that.
I mean, it's a very scary experience. I mean, you're in the hands of professionals, which is good, and they're reassuring you. But when you can't hear what's going on, and you're just hearing crunching and vibrations of the car, it's very, your heart starts pounding a bit. Even though that was a practice, I wouldn't like to be in a real car accident. So as a casualty, it must be really scary indeed. But I must say, reassurance that was given and telling you what was going on was helpful. And I was glad to get out really.
I bet, yeah. And I suppose you're very lucky actually to be in full fire kit as well.
Yeah,
Not
exactly.
many people take a drive to the shop on a Sunday in fire kit. So, is it loud in there? Or comfortable?
Yeah, you felt the vibrations, the noise was really loud. It was, you felt like the machine was really on top of you. It's that noisy, but the fact that you're having that reassurance is helpful, and that you can understand why the fire brigade do that. As I said, you know, that was a training exercise. I wouldn't like to be in a real accident where, you know, and be injured and not know what's going on. But the vibration of the vehicle is quite scary, and the reassurance that, you know, you're checking the vehicle every time you change the weight of the vehicle is really good.
Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Well, the Telford Region Council, I'd say the road safety is very important. I mean, we've done a lot of investment in traffic calming measures, including speed bumps and safe routes to school, and people should really adhere to the speed limits. I mean, there's some 20 mile/h speed limits around schools as well. And you've just got to make sure that people drive safe, don't drive with drink or drugs, and wear the seatbelt.
Thank you, Richard. Thank you so much for coming today. Really appreciate it. It's a really good day. Thank you. And thank you to the crew. You've done a fantastic job. Green Watch Wellington there, led by Watchman John and Nicholas. So excellent. I'm just going to bring the police in now. Who've joined us today, and will join us at a road traffic collision. And do you want to just come in a little bit?
Yeah, sure. Thanks. Hi, so my name's PC Tony Smith from the Road Policing Unit at Shrewsbury. As you can see from the demonstration by my colleagues in the Fire and Rescue Service, Richard, drinking and drug driving can have absolutely devastating consequences. Now, over the last 3 years on West Mercia's roads, 29 people have died and 172 have been involved in serious injury. Drink and drug driving has been a contributory factor. As a result, West Mercia Police this year, as they do every year, have got their Christmas Free Drive campaign running. We will be putting extra patrols on the roads, targeting enforcement action with regards to drink and drug driving. Christmas for everyone's going to be very different, we know that, but that's not going to change our message, which is don't risk a drink and drive conviction this Christmas, just don't drink and drive. This year also, as we've had for quite a while now, we've got the ability to drug swan drivers to test a screening device to see if the driver has got drugs in their system. Again, there's no way to know how much drugs you've got in your system, so bearing that in mind, and we will be enforcing that as well. We are running a 24/7 campaign to increase enforcement throughout the West Mercia area. So the message is, if you're going to drink, don't drive. There are plenty of other options. Use a taxi, have a designated driver, or get a lift from somebody who hasn't been drinking. With regards to car safety, really, the message is that it's every driver's responsibility to ensure their vehicle is safe and legal to drive on the road. That means check your tyres, check your lights, windscreen washers, etc. to make sure that the vehicle is fit to use on the road. And if you're going to use a pedal cycle, make sure it's got lights on it and you've got plenty of equipment you need to keep you safe. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Tony. That's Tony from West Mercia Police, so thank you for coming today. Right, I've got some questions. Let's go through on the comments here. So we've got a question from Stuart Thompson. How long do you have to get them out of the car? So you may or may not have heard when we're doing the extrication, or actually carrying Richard out of the vehicle, we have what's called the golden hour, and that really gives us an hour from point of impact, so when the collision takes place, to getting that person to definitive hospital care. And what that means is the most appropriate hospital. And so that may be a major trauma centre in Birmingham or Stoke. Okay, so we have an hour. Ideally, if we can get that time down, the survivability rates shoot right up then. So as quick as possible. And that's why the crews here, they train really, really regularly, at least once a month on RTC, road traffic collision practice. So that's a key area of our training. If it's something that you're interested in, please put a comment on it now, and I can give you some more information about recruitment toward the end. We're always recruiting on-call firefighters, so keep that in mind and ask any questions around that if you want to. The next question, would you take the roof off in all RTC situations, or only if they're hurt in a certain way? Yeah, that one depends, okay. Generally, if someone's injured, either legs or back, we will take the roof off, okay. Because as you can imagine, if we try and pull someone out the door and they're bending all over the place, it's going to be really, really painful. So generally, it'll be a roof off and out the back. There is a number of ways we can take the roof off, okay? We can take it off completely, we can take half of it off, and if we didn't actually need to take the roof off at all, we could take the whole side of the vehicle out. The equipment we've got here today is absolutely tremendous. It will cut through pretty much anything and will never cause us a problem. Okay. The next question, do all stations have the equipment to deal with this type of incident? Yeah, that's a good question. So at Wellington, we've got a specialist rescue tender which carries heavy rescue equipment. And this piece of equipment, the rescue tender, next to me now, I don't know if you can see it in the shot, that will go all over the county, okay, to support local fire stations if they have a rescue in their area. Okay. Quite often, A49, A53 towards Market Drayton, you see a lot of accidents there on the rural trunk roads, the A road, so you'll find the RT speeding across the county. Okay. And that goes with our specialist crew behind us, you see it all in red helmets. That said, every fire station in Shropshire is equipped with plenty of equipment to deal with road traffic collisions. Okay? They all have the whole macro equipment that you see behind you there. Okay? Just the RT has extra equipment for if it's needed for them really technical rescues. Okay? So what you do if you suspect a back injury and lying flat may cause further injury? That's from Mark Jarvis, so thank you for that question. So Mark, ideally we keep the casualty nice and flat so we don't make the injury any worse, okay? On assessment by paramedics, Okay, they will then take the decision whether to put a neck collar on and neck braces, and they will remove from the long flatboard to a different kind of stretcher, okay, called a scoop stretcher. So you're only on the long flatboard whilst we get you out of the vehicle, okay? So good question, but we will obviously move on to the other stretcher after that. Okay. If you want to grab a scoop, we can just show in the background. What would you do if the legs were trapped? That's another good from Mike Nixon, so thank you for that question. So as you see the front of the vehicle, can you see that behind me okay there? Yeah. What we can do is cut away here and push all this front end of the bonnet away from the legs, okay? And that's called a dashboard roll, and it's one of many techniques we can use, okay? Just show you the sternum stretcher. Okay, so that's what we put the casualty on next. Fine. Okay. Right, I'm sorry, I've got a few more questions, but I can't answer them all. Got a whole page of them here. If you want any more information, yeah, please contact us on our website. Like I said, if you've been interested by any of this, okay, or you want more information about recruitment, we're recruiting on-call firefighters across Shropshire, so please get in touch through the Facebook or through our website. Thank you for joining us on our first ever Facebook Live, and keep a lookout for the 12 Days of Christmas campaign, which starts on the 13th. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. Bye.